Right, guys, Bitcoin has taken a drop. It has broken out of that wedge. So we've got an emergency update. I'm going to be telling you guys what levels I can expect us to be seeing in the near future and what you guys can do to take advantage and also protect yourselves during this time. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Funsho from We Coach Crypto, and I'm bringing you cryptocurrency related videos regularly to keep you guys up to date with what's going on in the markets. So the first thing that we want to let you guys know about is that we are on a mission to help 1 million people understand cryptocurrency. And the way that we're people to do that is with our Crypto Academy. Now, you can join that at any point by clicking the link in the description below. It's completely free to join, and it gives you access to all the information that you need to crush it as an investor in the crypto market. So whether you're a trader or a long-term investor, it's got everything that you need. We've got free, we've got latest articles, news, market updates, up and coming projects. We've got different chats for different things. So if you're a long-term investor, there's a chat for that. If you're a trader, there's a chat for that. We also offer trading with courses and alerts and signals. We've got everything that you need to make sure you're smashing this market. Anyway, let's talk about Bitcoin. What is going on with Bitcoin at the moment? It has taken a nosedive, and it was something that I was expecting. I've been pretty bearish on the market as a whole. Yes, we were printing those lower highs, but it still, for me, just doesn't feel like all the hurt is completely finished. So, are there opportunities in the market right now? Yes, of course. Just had a pullback. When you have, there are great opportunities. So I'm expecting a bounce play. That's what I think is going to happen. We're going to get like a relief rally, a bounce play, dead cat bounce, whatever you want to call it. But today and over the weekend, I'm expecting the price of all of these cryptocurrencies to start to recover. Where I think we're going to have an issue is when we come back to the same place that we've just dropped from, because we're going to be faced with heavy resistance. Now, I'm going to come over to the charts now and show you guys exactly what's going on and what I think to play out, both from a bullish scenario and also from a bearish scenario, and then what you guys can do to protect yourselves and also take advantage of the opportunities that are there. So I'm going to share my screen with you now. Okay, so as you can see here, this is Bitcoin on the daily time frame, okay? And we have been printing those higher highs and higher lows up until this point. Last night, straight after the daily close, we started selling off big time. We've broken out of that rising wedge, and we have come down to this major level of support here where I expect us to bounce from. So it's really trying at the moment to find its feet so that it can start coming back up to test this area here, which is around $23,191, where I do expect the likelihood is, guys, that we're going to see some kind of rejection here, okay, and come back down to test this low, okay, or potentially if we break through and then we can build some support, then we've got the chance to go up and attack that previous high. These are the two scenarios I expect to play out. Don't get me wrong, there is the potential for it to start building some sort of base on the way up while it's coming up, consolidate for a while, then head to the upside out or down to the downside. But realistically, we've got to look at this parallel channel. We've got to look at the fact that this is bearish. It's now confirmed bearish. We've broken that structure. Okay, we've come down to test these current levels. And the likelihood is, in my opinion, if we get rejected, we're going to be coming down to test the bottom of this parallel channel, which puts us roughly at $20,000. Now, this would be a really good place to put some bids in. Okay, if you're taking longs, it would also be a really good place to dollar cost average. Where we are at the moment, this for me is a good place to pick up some projects that you have done your due diligence into to ride that potential bounce up to this point. And this is where I personally would take profits. That's the kind of move that I think is smart. And then also you've got the short opportunity if it does knock its head off, but you want to see confirmation and you want to see lots of volume in those moves to know that you've got the potential that it's going to get that. Okay, so just to look on the hourly time frame for you guys. Okay, as things stand at the moment, you can see here we were trying to keep ourselves up. We formed a head and shoulders, pretty blatant, pretty easy to see. This daily, boom, we lost a little bit of support. And then from here, we've cascaded the whole way down. It did look at one point that it was trying to find a little bit of support there. That tends to indicate that you can get a rejection. But the problem is that there was too much downwards selling pressure, which led to this continuation all the way down to the wick here, and we've managed to find support and bounce up to this point so far. And if we take a further look into it on the 15-minute, you can see here now, okay, where that huge volume was that brought us all the way down, okay? And we are sort of working our way down. It's, you know, there's a few buyers, mainly sellers. Looked like we're starting to get a little bit of a reversal here. I want to see a little bit more confirmation, but this area here with a stop loss and then riding it back up to this point could be a very good trade, guys. And for anyone that is long-term investing, okay, and you know how passionate I am about that, you know, it's about buying these dips. It's about dollar cost averaging your way in and thinking about the levels, what kind of liquidity you've got available to you. I would not go all in buying crypto at this point because I do genuinely believe that we're more likely to see further downside from this level. I think that 20K is a minimum that we're likely to hit, okay, after this back test. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm still extremely bullish on crypto. I'm still extremely bullish on the future of so many projects, okay? But we have to be realistic and look at the current situation that we're in, okay? And when we look at this on the daily time frame, what we've got to look at is the fact that we have consistently, since this moment right here, when we got to nearly $69,000 back on the 9th of November 2021, we have been on a constant decline, okay? And this is the first bit of a rally that we had where people are starting to talk about crypto again. People are starting to get excited again, but we're bearish, guys. Macro, we're bearish as well. And when I sit there and I say to people, look, I genuinely believe that you could see Bitcoin at 10K, 12K, 14K. It is possible. It isn't until moments like this happen that people suddenly switch back on into reality and think, hang on a minute, this isn't as great as it looked. And it's fine because we can trade this, guys, okay? We believe in crypto. We believe in the future of it. We believe that it's going to dramatically grow in value, just like it did to get all the way up to here. I expect to see Bitcoin all the way at these kind of levels within the next couple of years, max, okay? So nothing to be worried about. Keep dollar cost averaging. Make sure you've constantly got liquidity on the sideline. Take advantage of the moves that are taking place, okay, guys? It's very, very easy to read a chart, to be able to look at where the major action is and what the sentiment is. We knew that we were forming a rising wedge. when we start getting up to these levels, okay, and we're starting to see exhaustion in the market, and we're starting to see that downward trajectory, and then we're holding on by the skin of our teeth, okay, that's a clear sign that something is likely to happen, and it's going to be big, and clearly it was. So for those of you that have managed to spot this, okay, and taken advantage of these upward trajectories to buy the dip, and also on the sell side, you jump back over to cash, or you've just been dollar cost averaging your way in, congratulations to you. You're going to get a second opportunity, in my eyes, to get around some of these lower areas to get back in. So if you think that you've missed it, you haven't. If you think this is the end of crypto, believe me, I've been around the block for long enough. This is not going anywhere, okay? We constantly see these moves in all markets, okay? There are huge opportunities to make money if you buy at the right points, okay? And likewise, there's huge opportunities to short the market or to get out and sit in cash and jump back in and continue to make yourself a profit. But you've got to know what you're doing. You've got to make sure that you're educated. You've got to make sure you're keeping an eye on the news. You understand what's going on. You understand volume. You understand the RSIs, the stochastics. There's a lot to learn. But if you're around the right people, you can learn it very, very quickly. And that's why we give our Crypto Academy away completely free. It's a great community. We've got currently hundreds of people that are in that group that are successfully trading this market. So let's move on to some of the news, guys. Now, I wanted to share this news story for any of you XRP holders, but also because I want people to understand the scale of the opportunity with XRP. Now, XRP, people laugh and joke about it. They call it a stable coin. That it's not moved. It's been suppressed. It's been coiled up. They've got this huge SEC case that's going on with the lawsuit. Look, guys, you've got to read between the lines, the things that are going on with Ripple as a company. This company have got partnership after partnership after partnership with banks. We're talking some of the biggest banks in the world. Ripple are working with. They're providing on-demand liquidity services for them, okay? Believe me when I tell you, when this case is finished, XRP is likely to explode in value. This is not financial advice, and all the information I give out is purely educational and for entertainment purposes only. And I'm giving you my opinion based on my experiences in the market. And I just believe that this is a huge opportunity, and XRP is extremely cheap in comparison to the movements that we've seen in other projects. And I think it's a ticking time bomb. Now, this story, Ripple unveils crypto on-demand liquidity service in Brazil. Ripple is teaming up with the digital bank Travelex to introduce the product, which will initially allow transactions between Brazil and Mexico. Okay. Now, you can check this story out. It's on coindesk.com. Coindesk are a fantastic news resource for cryptocurrency, and it's very in-depth as well. I love Coindesk. They provide fantastic information, news. So, you know, shout out to them and go and check out their website, guys. So this article is adapted from Coindesk Brazil, a partnership between Coindesk and InfoMoney, one of Brazil's leading financial news publications. You can follow Coindesk Brazil on Twitter. Ripple has introduced its crypto on-demand liquidity HODL service in Brazil in partnership with Travelex Bank, announced on Thursday. Ripple's HODL uses XRP to accelerate the transfer and exchange of fiat currencies between countries. Travelex is the first bank in Latin America to use on-demand liquidity, Ripple said, adding that the bank was also the first one registered and approved by the Brazilian Central Bank. I mean, come on, guys. Central Bank, not your retail bank, a central bank has approved Ripple and XRP to be used to transfer funds from country to country. You don't get much bigger than that. You genuinely don't. You know, we can sit here and talk about, oh, Matic have got a partnership with Disney. That's great. and it's been really bullish for Matic. We can sit there and talk about the sandbox and how, you know, they've recently got a partnership with what is that red deviled guy called? Hellboy. You know, there's so many things that you can sit there and talk about that are bullish for projects, but we're talking about banks. You know, they've got the money. They're huge. They print money, for God's sakes, the central banks. You know, to me, it's just a no-brainer. I can't believe so many people are sort of like, oh, XRP is just a stable coin that's crap and it's not going anywhere. Really? Really? We'll see about that one. Anyway, I digress. Brazilian market, for its importance as an anchor to business in Latin America, openness to crypto and initiatives that promote fintech innovation, CEO Ripple Brad Garlinghouse said in a statement. Okay, so for now, Travelex will use on-demand liquidity for payments between Mexico. Travelex, I'm going to say that's João Manuel Campanelli. If you're listening to this, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, told CoinDesk, adding that the company is working to extend that service to the United States and Asia. Okay, this is big bullish news for XRP. And for me, if you don't own any and you don't have a small bag of it, do not complain if this thing takes off like a rocket, because to me, there's too many big things going on with this. And when this lawsuit's over, if you don't see at least a 5x move from Ripple XRP, then I don't understand. I genuinely don't. That's how I see it. And that's me thinking about the current market capitalization, the position it is in the market. Banks move serious amounts of money daily. Okay, trillions of dollars get moved around. And if XRP and Ripple and their on-demand liquidity service is facilitating that, it's got to have a big move sooner or later. You know, this for me it's an educated guess. So anyway, let's move on to the next story. And that story is HODL announces police inquiry and an 80% staff cut. Now, if you've been watching me, if you're in our crypto academy, if you're in our inner circle, you will know that I've been talking about the fact that I felt this whole deleveraging aspect of things has not fully played out anywhere near what people think. Okay, the major damage is done from a monetary perspective to the marketplace and to investors with what happened with Terra Labs and 3 Arrows Capital and Voyager and Celsius and BlockFi, and this list is getting very, very long, very long. Here's another one. Okay, I've told people it just feels like what that ICO stage was, 2017, 2018. Soon as everything came crashing down, loads of them just dropped like flies. This is what's happening, guys, and it's not finished, in my opinion. Okay, the beleaguered crypto lender HODL has joined the long list of firms slashing its headcount amid a wider liquidity crisis. HODL, the Singapore-based crypto lender, updated the community on its judicial management filing, as well as announced two troubling updates. First, the platform announced cutting 80%, that is a serious number, of its staff, roughly 40 people, to reduce the company's expenditure. Today's statement indicated that the remaining employees were necessary for current operations. Second, and perhaps more troubling, was the news that HODL is fielding pending proceedings with the Singapore Attorney General and the Singapore Police Force. The crypto lender added, these actions are taken in what we believe to be in the best interests of our users. The crypto lending firm has yet to respond to Decrypt for more information. That is concerning for anyone that is using that lending platform. Obviously, stay away from lending platforms, stay away from staking platforms for the time being. Let this play out. Don't be someone that falls victim to this. I've told my inner circle about this, and I'm telling everybody that's watching this video. And by the way, if you are watching this video and you're taking anything positive from it, please help us by making sure you like the video. Go and like it right now, so that with the algorithm, we can get this in front of more people to make sure that they understand the risks and they're getting educated too. Thank you. Right, I'm going to come on to some of the indicators now, guys, with the fear and greed index. Now, if you don't know what the fear and greed index is, it is a multifactorial crypto market sentiment analysis, which in plain terms means they take a load of different indicators and then look at the averages, and then they manage to score it on a basis of 0 up to 100 to tell you what the current state of play is in the marketplace. So as things stand right now, okay, fear and greed index is now at fear, which is at number 33. Okay, now yesterday it was at 30. Last week it was at 42. Last month it was at 31. By tomorrow, after the drop that we just had, that is going to be lower. Okay, and it's going to bring a lot more fear into the market because we've just had a significant drop. So unless we find major support soon and start rallying up higher, you're going to see this start coming down, and you can see a lot more sell-offs and liquidations happening in the market. Moving on to the next one. This one here, guys, is called the Bitcoin Rainbow Price Chart. Now, this is a really good chart to go and check out. You can get it from blockchaincenter.net. So literally blockchaincenter.net, and then click on the Bitcoin Rainbow Chart. Now, what this does is it gives you a scale with this lovely rainbow color, okay, of what Bitcoin has done since it started, coming up to its highs and down to its lows, okay? And what you can see here is at the top, it tells you maximum bubble territory is in red, and then sell is in a sort of orangey red, and it goes through all the way through until it's in blue. Blue is basically a fire sale, and it's a strong buy signal. Now, this has repeatedly been a really good thing to follow. If you look at the fact that if you've been buying the blue, where it's gone up to, buy the blue, where it's gone up to, buy the blue, where it's gone up to, we are there again right now. Okay, so this is a really good buying opportunity with this pullback. And people need to understand that. That's why I always harp on about times you've got to have something there, because you can take advantage of situations like this. If you store your money in crypto, that's where it is. You're going to be in an elevator going up and down with that price until you get to a price where you're happy to cash it in and sell. If you've got liquidity, use it to go and buy the dip. You can use it to use bottom areas that are classed as a fire sale. You can use it to average buying prices lower, and you can also use it to get into new projects that you don't already have as part of your portfolio. This is the way to go about doing it, guys. Liquidity is key. Okay, so moving on back to the chart size. I feel like I have to show you the Ethereum chart, because Ethereum is talk of the town for this entire rally that we are going through. Now, at the moment, this is on the daily time frame. What we can see here, again, very similar to Bitcoin. You had that rising wedge. It was a little bit more steep than what Bitcoin's was. And from that level at around $1,843, we have seen a drop all the way down to $1,686. Now, because of the Ethereum merge, I do expect when Bitcoin finds support, Ethereum finds support, you are going to get a lot of people buying this back up. But I'm expecting, just like with Bitcoin, you're going to get mad resistance at this point because of the amount of volume that we have seen here. And the likelihood is that we're going to roll over and come back down to test lower areas. So look, guys, it's very dangerous right now to be trading altcoins with this drop that has taken place, because the volatility is going to be crazy at certain support levels. So bear that in mind. The best thing that I personally think people should be doing is waiting this out to get clear signals as to what is going to happen next. When you've got a nice base of support built, yes, we're likely to see a significant bounce. On the other side of things, if you're seeing this rally back up to that major level of resistance that it needs to get up to, keep an eye on it, that it's actually broken up, found support back to support, and is then going back off up towards new highs within this rally. Okay, but look, it's going to be bearish out there, guys. You're going to have a lot of people calling very, very low numbers, and you're going to get a lot of people saying that it's going back up to the moon. You have got to be sensible and look at the current situation and weigh it up as to what to do. Okay, wait for those key pieces of information that the charts will provide you with before you make a move. And if you're long-term investing, dollar cost averaging your way in, okay, this is a nice little scoop area. And then just look at the price and think to yourself, where could this come down to potentially based on Bitcoin's movement? Where are the major levels of support at the bottom? Where are the major levels as we're going up? And then set your prices accordingly, okay? Now, any of you that want any help, any of you that want to learn more about what you can do moving forward with crypto investing, join our free Crypto Academy, book an appointment, speak to me, and we can help you guys. We help a lot of people. It's what we do. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I look forward to catching up with you guys in the next one. Take care.